By the end of this video, you will know 7 things you need to do to give yourself a head start after university. There are so many pieces of advice I hear people giving students, like getting all A's and passing your exams. Yes, they are good, and I got a first class, but honestly, that was not enough. I've got much more rejections than I can count. If you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Nzube. I'm a data science PhD student here in the US, and on this channel we explore the tips and hacks that helps us on our shared journey of living more meaningful and intentional lives. And starting from the last point 7, your course of study matters. Life is not fair. Your course in school really affects your choice of career paths afterwards, and you want to be sure that there are options for you when you are done studying. There are some courses that are being offered in university nowadays that don't really offer job opportunities, or if they do, you need more than a bachelor's degree to get it. For instance, I have a couple of friends here who are studying biology, and they have discovered that even with a master's degree in biology here in the US, you still cannot get a good job. So a lot of them have to enroll in a PhD, whether or not they initially planned to, because of the career options. So one thing you want to do is that in your course, you have to research the possible career paths for yours. In my undergrad, I studied maths, and as you know, maths is not a popular course to do, like medicine or engineering and the likes. I had to go online and look for what could be done with a maths degree. I saw some good things like teaching, actuary, data science. Even if you don't find something that you like with the course you're studying, the internet has made so many career paths available. Previously, blogging wasn't a career path, but now it is. Previously, being a YouTuber was not a career path, but now it is. So there are many options available on the internet which you should take advantage of. I've done a video on 6 side hustles you can do as a student. The link should come out here so you can check that out later. People don't care about you, they care about themselves. With the exception, of course, to your parents, your siblings, and some friends. You make others care about you by being valuable. For instance, I might not have cared about the person that made this water bottle, but now that he's solving a need for me, I now care about him or her. There's a quote I love which explains this point very well. As one goes through life, one learns that if you don't paddle your own canoe, you don't move. This quote always reminds me to take responsibility for my future. You know, in the university environment, there is a structured routine of like the kinds of things that are expected of you. So in your first year, there are courses you're meant to do. So as your second year, third year, and even in final year. But in life, it's different. You can do whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it. In some of your classes where you were having presentations and your fellow students have to listen because they are in class, that's not how it is in life. You may be pitching a business plan you have or something to people, and then they simply don't care because they are not interested in your idea. You have to be prepared to sell yourself, so invest in developing your soft skills. There's a saying that your technical skills will get you the job, but it's your soft skills that takes you up the career ladder. As good and as important as getting good grades is, yes, it's good, and I encourage that, you also need to be developing your soft skills by the side. So learn interpersonal management, learn time management, learn leadership, learn decision making, learn conflict resolution. These are all soft skills that are good to have. Let's talk about interpersonal skills a little, your ability to deal with people. Charles Schwab was among the first people in American business to be paid a salary of over $1 million a year at a time when earning $3,000 annually was considered as doing well. It was not as a result of the knowledge of the steel industry where he was working in at the time. It was based on his ability to deal with people. If you look at the company structure, you see that managers that deal with people earn more than technicians or engineers who just have the skills. If you've gotten value from this video so far, please I'd like you to hit the subscribe button below. It will mean a lot to me as I'm trying to grow my channel. Thank you so much. The next thing you want to do is to get your hands busy. This is a very good way to get to know yourself. There's a quote by Joseph Conrad that says it best. I don't like work. No man does. But I like what is in work. The chance to find yourself. As you begin to do things, you begin to volunteer here and there. You work with a charity. You start a blog. You probably start a YouTube channel. Whatever thing you start doing and you get involved in, you begin to know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know the gifts that you have and talents as well. Your time in university is the best time to get to know yourself because you have a lot of time on your hands now. So with getting to know yourself, you're trying to look for a sweet spot that's the union of what you're good at, what you enjoy doing, and what makes money. Focus on important but not urgent things. The Eisenhower matrix divides all our tasks into 4 categories based on importance and urgency. On the top left, we have important and urgent tasks. For instance, your assignments that have a fixed deadline. These are things that you should do immediately. On the top right, we have important but not urgent. For instance, reading a personal finance book like Rich Dad Poor Dad. These are things that you should schedule time to do. On the bottom left, we have not important but urgent. These are things like errands that you may be required to do, but they're not necessarily important. The good thing to do is to find a way to delegate them. And then finally, we have the not important and not urgent. For instance, changing your profile picture on Twitter. You can either find the time to get all the not important and not urgent tasks done, or you eliminate them completely. So I found out that if you focus on important but not urgent things, you end up becoming more successful in life. So for instance, in the mental category, if you devote to reading a book every month, even alongside your academic demands, you'll be more prepared for life. So socially, an example is checking up on people once in a while or whenever their name comes to mind. This is one of the things I'm still learning how to do. Academically, examples are finding time to read your books every week, doing your assignments yourself first, and attending all your lectures. If you look at spiritual, making it a habit to pray every day and study your Bible. You can see that there's no urgency on these things, but trust me, they are very important and they'll pay you off big time on the long run. You need to get knowledge. I know reading books doesn't work for everyone, and I won't sit here claiming that it does. So find whatever works best for you and make sure you're getting knowledge. So if it's books, videos on YouTube like this, podcasts, reading articles and blogs online, whatever works best for you, make sure you're getting knowledge. Also be humble enough to learn from people around you, people that have achieved your definition of success. It might cost you to get knowledge, but then it's very much worth it. Develop a walk with God. The most important thing in life is decision making, and we make about 35,000 decisions every day. That's a lot. For instance, your choice to watch this video, and I hope you've gained a lot. With all these decisions, there are so many things that can go wrong. There's so much uncertainty in life. Any decision you make could change the course of your future drastically. There's a quote by Joseph Conrad that really exemplifies this point very well. I know not what tomorrow brings, but I know who brings tomorrow. No one saw COVID coming. It was a really devastating time for the whole world. No one even knows what 2023 will bring, but God does. So it pays, literally, to have a walk with God. Time is the only finite resource we're given in life, and is a great soft skill to have. There are 3 things you need to do to manage your time effectively, and you can check them out here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.